You know, in Quran, first of all, is Surah Al-Fatiha. It's a preamble, so to say. And the essence of that prayer that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taught us, it's a prayer. First we are praising Allah. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin. And then we are making a solemn pledge with Him. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'een. We shall behave as slaves to you. And we shall need your help. We ask for your help for that purpose. Because to declare yourself a slave to Allah is easy. But to really behave as a slave to Allah is very difficult. As Iqbal says, Chumi goyam musalmanam belarzam ke danam mushkilate la ilara. When I say I am Muslim, I have surrendered myself to the will of God, I tremble, I shiver with fear. Because I know what are the difficulties in the way of behaving as a slave to Allah. So then we ask, the real prayer comes now, Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. Show us and guide us on the straight path. And now the whole of the Quran is a reply to this request of yours. Beginning with Surah Al-Baqarah, Alif Lam Mim, Zalika al-Kitabu la rayba fihi, Hudan lil-muttaqeen. This is the guidance. And then in first two rukus, three types of persons have been discussed. Because this surah was being revealed in the 13th year after the beginning of Wahy. 12 long years had passed at Makkah. So now there were those people who accepted the guidance of God and Quran. And what were their signs? What was their behavior? هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ وَيُقِيمُونَ الصَّلَاةَ وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ وَالَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِمَا أُنزِلَ إِلَيْكَ وَمَا أُنزِلَ مِنْ قَبْلِكَ وَبِالْآخِرَةِ هُمْ يُوقِنُونَ أُولَٰئِكَ عَلَىٰ هُدًى مِّن رَّبِّهِمْ وَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ. Such people are on the guidance from their God. Because a group of such people had already come into existence. Go and see Abu Bakr and Umar and Usman and Ali and Talha and Zubair and Sayyid ibn Zayd and Abdul Rahman ibn Auf. Go and see them. The embodiment of this ta'aleem is already present before your eyes. But then there was the second category who refused to accept. And they were adamant. No amount of persuasion and dawah was effective on them. Abu Jahl was there, Abu Lahab was there, and most of the Makkah was there. So then now Quran describes, Inna allazina kafaru, sawa'un alayhim anzartahum am lam tunzirum la yu'minun. But this is not for all the people, all mankind. No, these people to whom the message of Allah has been conveyed totally, to the maximum. But out of their haughtiness or out of their dynastic positions, they refused. Although their hearts, they accepted this is the truth. Now for such people Allah says, ختم الله على قلوبهم وعلى سمعهم وعلى أبصارهم غشاوة ولهم عذاب أليم. Now Allah Ta'ala has put a seal on their hearts and their ears and their eyes. No amount of preaching more, conveying more to them will be beneficial. They are not going to accept Islam. Then the third category now started at Medina. وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَن يَقُولُ آمَنَّا بِاللَّهِ وَبِالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ وَمَا هُمْ بِمُؤْمِنِينَ. There's a third category who say with their tongues, we believe in Allah and Akhirah, the hereafter, but they are not real mu'mins. They are the munafiqs. This third element was only, it started in Medina. It was not there in Makkah. And then Quran discusses what is the basic dawah, what is the basic call of Quran and Muhammad. Ya ayyuhan nas u'budu rabbakum allazi khalaqakum wallazina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun. O mankind, now note the difference. The previous messengers used to say, Ya qawme, Ya qawme, Ya qawme, O my people, O my nation, O my tribe, O my countrymen. But here, no limits. Ya ayyuhan nas. Humanity at large is being addressed. Ya ayyuhan nas. U'budu rabbakum allazi khalaqakum. Behave as servants and slaves with your Lord who has created you. And not only you, also those who were before you. So that you can be saved. You can be saved on the day of judgment from the fire of hell. So this is the first roof. Islam, to surrender. Ita'ah, to obey. And forgive me, I didn't explain regarding ita'ah. It has to be total, not partial. Partial obedience is no obedience at all. Quran declares in the same Surah Al-Baqarah, أَفَتُؤْمِنُونَ بِبَعْضِ الْكِتَابِ وَتَكْفُرُونَ بِبَعْضٍ. Do you accept some of our commandments and rules given to you in our book, and you reject the other part of the commandments? فَمَا جَزَاءُ مَنْ يَفْعَلُ ذَلِكَ مِنْكُمْ. There can be no reward or punishment for those who take to this attitude, partial obedience. إِلَّا خِزْيٌ فِي الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا, except extreme humiliation in this life of this world. And on the day of judgment they will be thrown in the worst punishment. وَيَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ يُرَدُّونَ إِلَىٰ أَشَدِّ الْعَذَابِ. Ashad, most severe, severest punishment will meet you. So Islam, and Islam has also been total. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu udkhulu fis silmi kaffa. You have to enter the fold of Islam in totality. All aspects of your life, individual as collective. Then ita'at, it has to be total. Then taqwa, you have to avoid all, breaking all the laws of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this goes on to make ibadah with one addition. Islam and ita'ah can also be forced on you. Some nation comes and conquers you, you have to obey them. But you are obeying them per force. Not from your hearts. Not out of love. But becoming a slave to Allah, it has to be out of extreme love for Him. Total obedience plus extreme love of Allah. They go to make ibadah. Ya qawmi budu rabbakum. Ma lakum min ilahin ghayruh. Ya ayyuhan nas u'budu rabbakum allazi khalaqakum wallazina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun. So this is the first roof. Now why I said pillars are going up. And they are supporting the second roof. What is that second roof? That you have become a servant of Allah, a slave of Allah. You are obeying Him in all aspects of your life. Now the second roof is confronting you. To convey and preach the message of Allah to others. And here also you can find a number of terms Quran uses. Tabligh. Tabligh, to reach out to somebody or some people to convey to them the message of Quran and Allah. Tabligh, you have to reach out. Da'wah. Call them towards the way of Allah. Now this is the two aspects of the same process. Reaching out and bringing them in the fold of ibadah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ud'u ila sabili rabbika bil hikmati wal mau'izati al hasanati wajadilhum billati ahsan. وَمَنْ أَحْسَنُ قَوْلًا مِّمَّنْ دَعَا إِلَى اللَّهِ وَعَمِلَ صَالِحًا وَقَالَ إِنَّنِي مِنَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ. Tabligh. Even the Prophet was warned. يَا أَيُّهَا الرَّسُولُ بَلِّغْ مَا أُنزِلَ إِلَيْكَ مِن رَّبِّكَ فَإِن لَّمْ تَفْعَلْ فَمَا بَلَّغْتَ رِسَالَتَهُ. O my messenger, convey everything that has been revealed to you from me. If supposedly you concealed some of it